Hello there and welcome to Dietless Living. I'm Katie Gordon. I'm coming to you live from Brisbane today, and it's so great to see you here. Today I wanted to just have a little chat to you about the 5 things that you can do when you realize that you've painted yourself into a corner and it's time to lose weight. So basically, we often find that, I remember for me, some of the times that I went on a diet was motivated by that moment where I realized that I'm overweight, and I didn't realize I was overweight, because our mind can play tricks on us. We sort of know we're overweight, or we know we're overweight, but we don't really understand how overweight we are, because our mind is playing little tricks with us to keep us from well, that's probably a story for another life. But so we have these times where we see a picture of ourselves or something happens and we go, oh my God, how did I get to be that big? And we feel like we've painted ourselves into a bit of a corner in regards to our health and our weight, and we're not really sure where to start, because that shock, that realization of just how big we've gotten is hits that panic button for us, and we're just not really sure what to do. Most people actually just jump straight in and find the first calorie restrictive diet they can get their hands on, and they usually maybe go join a boot camp or a gym or something. But those are really sort of short-lived plans, because when you go on a diet, it's usually a finite time. You go, I'm going to lose X amount of weight in X amount of weeks, whether it's 3 months or 6 months or whatever, and then you head off on that. But that's a really short plan, and what we actually need to be doing is taking a moment to stop and just pause and review where we are, and just allow that panic to subside, because panic is the least helpful thing that will get you to where you want to go, because we all know diets really don't work because there's quite a few elements missing. The number one element that's missing is true habit change. The theory is that you can change a habit in 21 days. And that's not really true. You might be able to move into a new habit and keep it going for 21 days or longer. But real habit change is about stopping your unconscious mind from relapsing back into old eating habits, patterns, and behaviors. And that's what yo-yo dieting is actually all about, right? Is we relapse back into old eating habits, patterns, and behaviors. So what we need to do is just take a pause for a moment and then do these 5 things. So the first thing is to just draw that line in the sand for yourself, and just decide today's the day that I'm going to change my life. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care what I have to do, but I'm going to change my life, and this is the last time that I'm going to relapse and become overweight. This is it. And you draw that line in the sand. So that's number 1, is getting yourself into that mindset of saying, this is it. This is it today. We're done. Today is the first day of the rest of my life, and I'm going to change what's happening. And the second thing is to make a list, which is a list of your biggest obstacles that you feel are in the way of you achieving your goal, the biggest obstacles that you have to overcome to be able to lose weight and keep it off. And those things might be that you're a busy mum and you've got kids and a husband who don't need to go on a diet or don't want to go on a diet and don't want to change their eating habits or their exercise habits. And you need to navigate your way around them, because that's actually a big problem for a lot of people, is that they have homes that are have quite other people, and it's other people's eating habits that are impacting on theirs. So there's all kinds of things that impact on your ability to go on a successful weight loss journey. And so step number 2 is to make a list of the biggest obstacles you feel you need to overcome. Number 3 is to be clear about the direction that you're heading in. Diets and exercise programs, although they're meant to have a longer focus, they usually are focused on a particular short-term timeline, as we already said. So, 12 weeks, 6 months, but really you want to be clear and establish the direction that you want to head in with your life, because it's the longevity of weight loss, of sustainable habit change, that is the most important thing. Because without that direction of where we're going, why we're going, and how long we're going to go for, remember, sustainable weight loss is about a lifetime of change to your habits. Without establishing that direction and being able to build a plan around it, it's always going to be a stop-start kind of an affair. Then the 4th thing is to be able to identify what your skills and knowledge gaps are that are going to help you, A, create the plan for number 3, and B, help you overcome those obstacles that you identified in step 2. So we all have skills and knowledge gaps. That's life as a human being, and there will be several things in your list that you will need help with. So where can you find the skills and knowledge and resources that you need to help you overcome those big obstacles? And number 5 is to take action. Take action today, not tomorrow, not next week, but take action today. So the first thing that you can do to take action doesn't have to be a big thing. It can just be a little thing. So the first thing you can do is just write down the 5 steps. That's taking an action. Write down those 5 steps. Number 1, I'm drawing a line in the sand today. Today's it. This is it. I will now forevermore be changing my habits. This is my plan and my focus. Number 2, these are the obstacles that I need to overcome. And just leave that. You don't even have to write out the list. That can be step 2. But step 1 is just writing out these points. What are the obstacles that I need to overcome to achieve my weight loss outcome that I want? Number 3, what's my direction? Which way do I want to head? And by that, I mean, what is it you want to achieve once you've lost the weight? Like, we've got to know our why for doing it. It's not just, bloody hell, I saw a photo of myself and I didn't like what I saw. What is it that you why? What's your why for wanting to lose weight? Your why is your thing that will carry you forward on the days that you don't want to stick with the plan that you set out for yourself. So that's number 5 then is, number 4 is identify the skills and knowledge gaps that you have, and just write that down, and then you can come back to that. Number 5 is take action today. So that's your first action, was to write out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tomorrow you can look at it and say, okay, I'm going to now work on my obstacles. Then the step 3 might be going to get really clear on your direction, because this actually takes a little bit of time. It's not something people intuitively know. We come up with quite small, flimsy whys. So you need to actually have a little bit of dig around and think about what that why is going to be. And then the next step will be identify your skills and knowledge gaps. And number 5 is always going to be, like, your next step after that will be, What's the next action I can take? What's the next action I can take? And if you follow those 5 steps, and then, you know, your steps will be, how do I find someone to help me with my skills and knowledge gaps? What else can I do? If you keep taking an action every day, you will progress forward in creating permanent change in your habits, because that's what real weight loss and sustainable weight loss is about, is creating change in your habits, and not just changing or implementing a new habit, but preventing a relapse into old habits, because that's what yo-yo dieting is. It's a relapse of old eating habits. So, and then the next thing that you can do is you can come and join us on the webinar that we have on Wednesday, the 28th, so in 2 days' time at 6:30 p.m. Queensland time, Australian Eastern Standard Time. It's the 3 secrets every woman needs to know to lose weight naturally and keep it off. This webinar is a live webinar. There's loads of great information on there that you will never have heard before. I'm quite sure that you will get loads of new information. I don't talk about food and recipes. There's no food science on there. There's no weight loss program. It's all about how to create change in your habits so that you can have longevity of that change and prevent a relapse, and so you can create what you like, lose weight naturally, keep it off, and essentially just live a happy life and enjoy the fruits of everything that is available to you. Dietless living is all about loosening up, about living life, about finding the joy, bringing back the happy, so that you can live, laugh, lose weight, and achieve more. So come and join us on Wednesday for the webinar, the 3 secrets every woman needs to know to lose weight naturally and keep it off. You can come and register for that webinar at the website. We're going to put a link in the comment section below. So come along Wednesday the 28th, 6:30 p.m. Queensland time, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you're in a different time zone and you can't make that time, come along and register anyway. We will send out a replay, and you'll be able to watch that at your leisure and still get that very helpful, great information that will help you on your weight loss journey. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and bye for now. Thank you.